Do you want to buy some death sticks? Let's go. Fight sticks, not death sticks. Sorry. Been watching too much Star Wars. Okay. Right, this is a video. Wasn't planned. It's a dancing video, it is, okay? Yeah, I was on a live stream last night and we were thoroughly enjoying Season 3 Mortal Kombat Invasions. And I was talking to Pazman90, shout out Pazman90. And he was asking about possibly picking up his first ever arcade stick or fight stick, whatever you want to refer to them as. I think I call them, in daylight, I call them, I call them arcade sticks or fight. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I say arcade, sometimes I say fight, do you know what I mean? Depending on what mood I'm in, all right? So, I was trying to explain to him. So, basically, he's asking me, right, would I recommend buying, I'll put the picture here, okay, if I remember, the Hori PS5 fighting stick. I think it's known as the Alpha fighting stick, okay. It's the next version up. We're going to have a look at my full collection of fight sticks as well. Very exciting, I know. I've got quite a few of them, which I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 fight sticks or arcade sticks to show you. So he's asking, right, should he pick up the Hori, I call it the Alpha fight sticks, the latest Hori fight stick, okay? And I had no idea it's dropped down to £110 on Amazon as of filming this video. But I did notice there's only 8 left in stock, but it does say underneath, more on the way. So by the time this video goes out, or by the time you watch this video, they might not be in stock, okay? But as of filming this video, they're selling for £110. And straight away, I've got one small problem with the fight stick. Straight away, the answer is an easy yes. For a first arcade stick, see I'm calling it arcade stick now. For a first arcade stick, that is fantastic value, okay? You're getting a hell of a lot for your money, all right? But what I was trying to explain to Pazman90, if you haven't seen my live streams when I'm playing, I'm not on there. I know some people have got the setup, the gameplay, and they're in the little corner. I haven't got that. I haven't got the money to invest yet, okay? Maybe because I'm buying arcade sticks or death sticks. We should call them death sticks, shouldn't we? Yeah, so I was trying to explain to him the importance, something I've kind of learnt the hard way, of the comfort of your arcade stick or fight stick or death stick, okay? So that's what this video is going to be mainly covering, all right? I'm not going to be going into all the spec of all my sticks. I'm not going to be going into like what buttons are better than other buttons. None of my sticks are modded apart from one, and I bought it in this condition, okay? So it's been modded, so I don't know what spec they are, okay? So if you're after a more technical analysis of my sticks or these arcade sticks, this isn't that video, all right? There's plenty of much better, more clever, better looking, richer, thinner, better money people out there. There are miles better people out there than me. But what I want to do is, I don't see a lot of videos talking about the comfort of the arcade stick, all right? It's something that's important to me. As a young man, I'm currently 42. I know, I don't look it, do I? Currently going through puberty as well. You probably can't see. I got a big spot. Well, it was a spot on my nose. Puberty. See, I think my voice is next. Then my voice is going to drop an octave. Anyway, going back to the Hori Alpha stick, okay? There's actually on Amazon, there's 3 versions of it available. So you've got the £110 one, Then it's £209.01 is the Street Fighter version of it, the Street Fighter 6 version of it. And then they've just announced, and I really like the look of this one, is the Tekken 8 one, and that's going to cost you $229.99. That's not available until the 26th of January next year, 2024. Obviously, that's the date that Tekken 8 comes out, all right? So what's the difference in the sticks, first off? Nothing, other than the fact that, if I'm showing pictures, you'll see down the sides of the stick, the £110 one is black, the £209.01 one is purple and it says Street Fighter 6, and the £229.99 one says Tekken 8 on it, all right? So if you want to pay a lot of more money, depends how big a Tekken fan you are, or Street Fighter fan. If I was given any of them, price no object, okay? Hori, yeah, I'm do sponsorship. I'd take the Street Fighter 6 one any day of the week, because I'm officially the world's #1 Street Fighter fan. It's official, guys. It is official, right? But as far as the guts of the machine and everything like that, unless I'm completely mistaken, I've had a quick look, they're the same stick. What's cool about this stick as well is to change the artwork on it. Again, if you're looking at the pictures, hard to show you. To talk about a product that I haven't got in my hand. Sort me out, Hori. But basically, you can take the panel off and it comes off the top, and you can print your own artwork to go in there. So if you have the £110 one, the entry level one, you can print out that Tekken 8 artwork and put that on there, all right? So it's a lot of money to pay to have that. Basically, the reason I'm talking about the sides of the stick is because that look, I don't think you can change, as far as I'm aware, you can't change the side panels on it. You can only change the artwork, all right? So going back to the reason I wanted to make this video, I'm probably only Pazman 90 is going to watch it, let's be honest. Hit that like button if you're in your 40s and going through puberty and having spots on their nose. So what I thought I would do, right, there's one stick in particular that's one of my favourite sticks, but it's my most uncomfortable stick. And I'm going to show you basically what makes, for me, the older gamer, let's say, the boomer, what to look for if you're slowly getting into fighting games or anything like that, okay? So it might have all the best spec, but if it's uncomfortable to use, you're not going to be able to sit down for 2 hours plus hours. Like last night, I think one night this week we played for over 2 hours, and I was so comfortable, it felt like I played for about 45 minutes. That's how much fun I have when I'm playing fighting games, okay? So this video is basically, I want to talk about the comfort of the games, and I will go through all of my weapons of choice, all right? So the oldest stick I've got, this is going to make you laugh, right? I've kind of given away, did you hear that? This is the Sega Saturn, okay? Good job I live alone, right? Because if I lived back at home, if I had this stick back in the day, right? In case you weren't aware as well, the Sega Saturn is jam-packed with top-tier fighting games. It's, other than now, this was the original golden age, I think, of fighting games, this generation, and I think we're going back now with all the games that are coming out and come out this year. So if anyone into fighting games, now's the time. You're going to look back on these years and think, 2023, 2024 was the best time for fighting games, okay? But the reason I'm saying I wouldn't want to, I didn't know if my neighbours could hear this. The buttons are okay, all right? This is an old piece of kit, all right? Buttons fine. What's the holding? Yeah. Yeah, that's the loudest stick. There. That's the loudest stick in my collection, okay? But when I'm talking about comfort, things I look for is the gap between where the buttons are and the actual stick. It's not that bad on this, okay? But I'm also looking, it's quite chunky there. But you notice it slants down. Look at the bottom as well. Yes, it's not in the best condition, but this is an old piece of kit, okay? You'll notice it has, these have obviously worn away. They're not even like spongy, it's just plastic. So, I don't know if this was maybe more designed to go on a desk and play it. But my setup, I've got a Lazy Boy chair. I don't actually game on this chair. I got a Lazy Boy chair just off camera. And I just put it on my lap, basically, okay? So if I was to put this on my lap... Oh, hello. I got legs. I got legs. All right? You'll probably notice that that's better. For a while, it's fine. It's absolutely fine, right? But what'll start to happen is my arms, because I'm old, okay? Maybe need to see a doctor, I don't know. I'll start to hurt my shoulders and stuff like that, okay? So what I do, I got a pillow. And it says snooze, and it reminds me what I'm supposed to do when I'm in bed. I keep forgetting. So I put it, that's my little tip, Tony's tip. If you just game on a chair, on a sofa or anything like that, boom, happy days. But do you know what? Already I can feel this is a little bit bad on the old my shoulder, okay? So that's probably my oldest. Oh, what do you mean? Yeah, that's definitely my oldest. And trust me, fight sticks have come a hell of a long way. Again, we're not going into too much about the buttons. This is more about just the comfort, all right? This one, I bought this. I only basically play one game with this. This is for the GameCube. This is my Soul Calibur 2. This is Hori as well. Excuse the dust that's on it. That's going to tell how often I've used that. But the difference, it's not a lot thicker. Okay, I'm not going to do comparisons. It is thicker, but it's not a lot thicker. But it's thick all the way around, okay? But you have to trust me, this weighs a lot more. So again, when this is on your lap, it stays in place a lot better. It's got again, these just in the corners. You'll see as the sticks get more modern, they come up with a better solution to this. This might slide around. If you've just got it straight on your lap, yeah, straight on your lap, it does tend to maybe slide around. Of course, if you've got your pillow or something like that, maybe wouldn't be such an issue. That's quite a comfortable stick. So the improvement on this one compared to the Sega Saturn one is the weight of it, okay? Right, I'm going to put this back. I don't want to start leaving them out all over the floor because I'll have fight sticks all over the place, all right? Right, on to my most uncomfortable... Sorry, my camera's not straight. My most uncomfortable, but one of my favourite sticks, okay? Oh, it's just so light. Now this is where the difference. So, let's give it a quick wipe. It's covered in dust. It's been a hot minute since I used this. I cannot play very long with this, okay? Oh, I love it though. This is it's for the PlayStation 2, and it is legit. It's the Neo Geo fight stick, okay? So you'll notice, if you're familiar with the Neo Geo stick, it's got extra buttons here, because of course, the PlayStation 2 had extra buttons compared to the Neo Geo. So the amount of amazing games that came out on the PlayStation 2, especially like SNK games, all the King of Fighters games that came out on it, this is probably as close as I'll ever get to experience playing within a Neo Geo, because in case you didn't know, they're not cheap. One day I'll get one though, one day. But for now, this is like a poor man's option. Not that this was cheap as well, okay? But it's a nice piece of kit, all right? It's very light, and it's very thin. This does not like my shoulder at all. So, and it's just like too cramped. You'll notice the stick and the buttons are quite close together. It's okay if you're playing like Metal Slug and stuff like that. But if you're playing fighting games, someone said it's £1,000 if you play for 2 hours King of Fighters. Normally, easy money. I'd be in agony. I probably could do it, but I'd be in absolute agony for a couple of days with my shoulder. All right? Maybe it's more of a me problem. But again, you can see it's just quite small, quite compact. Again, there's not a lot of padding on the bottom. It's just got the 4 corners. This is in fantastic condition as well. But I think I picked that last year or the year before, didn't I? An absolute bargain. yeah, good. I do recommend it though, because it's the novelty of it as well. Because it's SNK, I wanted one. Okay. What's after that then? So that's PlayStation 2. Let's go to Xbox. This is an interesting piece of kit. This is. It's a bit of a beast as well. Talking about weight, this is probably the heaviest one I've got. But look how big it is. Yeah. So now we can tell. Now we're talking. This is more of a bit of a thick stick. All right. So check out the artwork first of all. On that, I love it. I do like this stick. It's the only stick I've got as well. Well, this one isn't modded either. That has got, instead of the ball top, it's got a bat. That's the difference. So instead, like the other ones have all got balls. I haven't really got a preference. It's just, I'm not in no hurry to change it over. If some of them came with this, it'd be nice if they came with both. So you got the option. But I think, for me, I think I grew up in the arcades with the ball top. It's not a major difference at the level I play at anyway. All right. The cool thing with this, all right, is it's got the cable actually goes away tidy underneath. All right. There's like a panel under there. It works on the Xbox. It's got like a splitter. The cable splits. So you've got a connection for the PlayStation 2 and a connection for the Xbox. So it's really good. But as a stick, it's not the best. Again, I'm not going to go into the buttons too much, but the buttons just they're not very clicky. As a comfort, so again, if I bring the camera down, right, that's on my lap. If you look at the bottom, now this you can tell is designed to go on a desk or something like that, isn't it? Okay, and if you were taking this to a tournament, oh my god, it's a weapon, trust me. So on the lap, without anything, those bits are just digging into my knees, you know, or my legs. So again, you could get the high quality equipment. That's how I play. But again, that's too high. That's too thick, you know. And you don't see many sticks this design out there. So that tells me they were trying something. But there's something about it though, because it's 15-year anniversary Street Fighter, and look how good that artwork is. That's amazing artwork, isn't it? They're all there. All my mains are in there, okay? But yeah, I saw that on eBay a couple of years ago. That was before I bought my house. And I thought, I need that in my collection. Nobody else bid on it. I wonder why. So that's the PS2 and Xbox. Then we've got... I'm borrowing... I'll do this one then. This one isn't actually mine. This is my imaginary friend Chris. Shout out my imaginary friend Chris. This is Hori as well, isn't it? Yeah, Hori. I'm not sure what Hori is. Hori Fight Stick EX2. Now this is for the Xbox 360. I was borrowing this, but now I go my own Xbox 360 stick. Massive improvement. You can tell the components are better now. Okay, so from the Xbox 360, PS3 era onwards, most sticks are very good quality. Okay, but it's a bit too small for my liking. All right, thickness a tiny bit too thin. It's a good weight on it. It's very similar to my GameCube, this one here, okay, size-wise, thickness-wise. When it's on my lap, it does feel the same. Again, you've only got these small, we'll call them grip pads, I suppose. If you see that out there, I don't know how much it is, but it's a good stick. This is a good entry-level stick, okay? The problem is, if you're trying to get a stick for the PS3 or Xbox 360, because so many amazing games came out on those consoles. It's that retro market now, so you can probably pay more than that £110. The one that Pazman 90's thinking of getting. These sticks might cost you more than that. All right. What is next? Oh, this is a new addition to I completely forgot I had this. So this is my very own Xbox 360 stick. This is my second actually Mad Catz. I've normally gone the Hori route, and I can't fault Hori when it comes to my sticks, okay? And I've always wanted a Mad Catz, but if I'm buying new, I buy Hori, okay? Not to say I bought this new. I bought this 2, maybe 3 months ago. So this is the tournament edition. It's not the TE2. We'll get to that. So yeah, this is for the Xbox 360. It's a Street Fighter 4 edition. There is actually artwork. Oh yeah, you can see that there. Now, this is more like it. Anything this size, this weight, I can play all day. Yeah, it'll sit. Again, I'll have my pillow there. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, it just feels more comfortable, okay? The other thing I want to point out as well is the thickness for my wrists to go on there. Maybe that's something to do with my shoulder, okay? So if you notice, one wrist's there, stays there. Other wrist there, stays there, okay? Comfortable, right? I will jump back quickly to, for example, yeah, this one here. That just doesn't feel as comfortable at all. Now I've gone straight from a really comfortable, the Mad Catz, to this one. Nah, it just doesn't feel like my wrist. Yes, there's room there for my wrist, okay? But it's right on the corner. It's not comfortable there. I'd probably be moving my hand around to try and, without noticing it, you know? So that's that one. Sorry if I'm rambling. It's quite a hard video to do. I know what I'm talking about, but it might not come across. I know what I mean, but I'm probably not explaining it. I'm doing my best for you guys, okay? What else? Oh, I bought this one. Staying with Mad Catz and Street Fighter 4. Did I need it? No. But it was in the window in Swansea CEX, right? This is for the PlayStation 3. It's just the Hori standard. Sorry, Mad Catz. I think it's just arcade stick. Yes, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But it was in the window and it's a hot summer's day and I could just feel it. I thought, nah, that poor stick. It needs to come home with me. Do you know what I mean? Not like if you're walking past the dog shelter and you see a cute dog. You're like, oh, that poor dog. And you bring her home. It was kind of that scenario, but with an arcade stick, okay? But as a stick goes, it's comfortable. It's very similar to... I say similar. It's similar to that one, but that's a lot more comfortable. While I got it in my hand then, I'll show you the size difference, okay? Anything that size, I would recommend. So can you see it there? It's a lot bigger. That's a lot heavier. Well, yeah, not that strong. I can't keep them up for long, all right? That's not very expensive. That was £35, something like that. Again, I don't know how... I haven't had it long. I bought it this summer, I think. Yeah, nice piece of kit, and that's for the PS3. But I've got 1, 2, 3. I got 3 sticks. Yeah, 3 I think sticks that work for the PS3. So I didn't need it basically, but I wanted it. Right, let's put that back up there. Oh, poor cable management. What else? Right, I'll show you my first ever arcade stick I bought for the PlayStation 3. Now this one, oh, I love this. This is the first stick I ever bought brand new as well, okay? So this is the Hori Rap Hayabusa, all right? Oh, I think it's absolutely stunning. I love the design. I bought this when I got back into fighting games, and it would have been during lockdown. I was doing my research. I was going to buy the entry-level Hori, but I'm so glad I didn't, because that's very similar size to the Neo Geo stick. And I just thought, right, don't buy cheap. If you buy cheap, you buy twice. So I just thought, this is kind of mid to top range, I suppose. I wouldn't say it's a top of the range. We'll get to top of the range, all right? So this works, funnily enough. It says on the box it's PS3/PlayStation 4, but it does work on the PlayStation 5 as well. I don't know, like top level players, this isn't the top level player channel. They might have something to say about it, but yes, it does work on my PlayStation 5, okay? There's loads of good things about this, and the best thing with this stick now, with relation to this video, this is probably the closest, from what I can tell, to the Hori Alpha. So the one that's currently £110, the one that's inspired this whole video. This, I think, that Hori is the predecessor of this stick, from what I can tell. All right. So probably what you're getting, it actually looks a bit thinner. This is a nice chunky stick as well, okay? What I prefer, I think is making a step backwards, looking at the back there, in case you're wondering where the cable is. The cable tucks away in there, nice and tidy. And you got the flap there, boom. So if you are travelling, it's got handles on the side as well. So if you're on your way to Evo to dominate, like I am, yeah, it tucks away nice and tidy, all right? But on the Alpha, so I believe it's like a clip and it opens, and the cable instead of having a dedicated space like that, it goes inside the stick, which is cool. But all the cables and stuff for the buttons, they're exposed. So I don't know, maybe they could have had a separate compartment or something. I don't know, but because I haven't owned the stick, I'm just looking at it saying that might be an issue. That's the only thing I can see that I don't like about it. And I got no idea of the weight of the stick. I'd imagine it's probably about quite weighty like that, okay? The other thing as well, where we're saying about we can open it, if I want to open this stick, if you look at the bottom, so there's all these screws you need to undo, okay? No problem. But then this is the main screws there, okay? And it says, basically, warranty void if removed. So they don't want you to open it, okay? So, but then with the new one, they're catching up with the times. A lot of people, I wouldn't know where to start, but a lot of people buy these sticks and they mod them, okay? They change everything about it. They're making them now into hit boxes now. I don't know if that's for me at all. It looks like it's the future of the evolution of the arcade stick is going to be these hit boxes, okay? Staying with this, cool things on this stick then. It's like my eject button, I suppose. So if you're mashing, and I mash, trust me, the pause button or the options button is locked away in its own little secret compartment kind of thing there. I can't fault this stick. This is one of my favourite. It's got a soft spot because it's my first stick I ever bought brand new. Okay. I love the look of it. It's like, it's a word I can't say. Minimalistic. Yes, I said it first time. I can't normally pronounce that. Yeah, very good. Everything feels where it should be. All right. It's a lovely, lovely stick. So I do recommend that. But the closest you get, it'll probably cost you less to buy the newer version of this than to buy this stick, because it's considered retro. The Alpha stick's £110. I don't think you'll get one of these in good condition like this for less than £110, okay? So I'd recommend going for the Alpha stick. The other thing I will point out as well, looking at the bottom, where you notice the other ones had the grip pads were just in the corners. This is designed, this feels without my my pillow, okay, this feels fine. And again, if I was to ever enter a tournament, I'm not going to rock up with a fucking pillow, am I? Maybe I would. I'd feel a bit embarrassed, a bit out of my comfort zone, walking around with this in one hand and this in the other hand, you know. So that, I can probably play for hours and hours with that sitting on my lap. I think mainly because it's one of the more chunky things, and those pads make a big difference when they're on your lap, you know, for long periods of time. If it's metal, it will tend to slide around after, like say, an hour or so. So yeah, that's a fantastic stick. What's next? This one, technically, I don't own it yet. It's what my mum is buying me for Christmas. By honest, right, I've played it, used it once. I played it on a video. When I bought this in the Cardiff gaming market. This was my holy grail. It feels so good on my lap as well. It's the Mad Catz TE2. Holy moly. And it's the Chun-Li one. If I could pick any fight stick out there that I hadn't already had in my collection, this is the fight stick. I don't know what else I want in my collection. My other one's my favourite. But this is very close second place, okay? It's got a massive grip pad. It's chunky like your mum. This has been modded though. That stick there, look how like low that is. That might take a bit of getting used to. It feels nice actually. Really like that. And the buttons feel nice. I don't know. I know they're modded buttons. This one, there's cool features on this one as well. If I remember, I think it opens up. This is a button. There you go. So you press that button there. That one there, that goes in. And then you've got easy access to all the bits, or you can put your sandwiches in there. Yeah, I can fit my tuna melt in there, couldn't I? Happy days. Sorry. I'm so happy. I'm really glad I've waited as well to play this Christmas. But yeah, what a fantastic piece of kit. These aren't cheap. I think I grabbed this for £130. But my mum basically said, look, if you see anything in the gaming market, buy it and give it to her, and she'll give me the money so I'll have it for Christmas, if that makes any sense, okay? So that's what I did, and trust me, I've not played it since. I've been a very good boy. I don't see the point now, taking it up to my mum's for her to wrap it, to give it back to me, and then me bring it back. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, may as well stay here, okay? So, that's almost the perfect stick. So what is the perfect stick? This one here. This is my pride and joy. This is going to be, let's get the duster out. This is going to be the best thing you ever seen, probably in 2023. It's limited edition as well. There's only 200, I'm not even joking, there's only 250 of these made in the world. And I've got number 126, the perfect number. They asked me, they said, do you want number 1? I said, nah. They said, do you want number 2? I said, nah. Do you want number 3? Nah. All the way up to 126. So I got number 126. And it's the Sagat version of the Victrix Pro. This is amazing. Okay? It does light up as well. I'll tell you what I'll do. I will pause the video in a sec. I gotta show you. Like, I think it's gone quite dark now. I'll show you. You'll see, change the colours on it and everything like that. Okay? But again, thickness. Perfect. I like that. It looks a bit of a thing now, but the cable, you can take that off. But they've thought of everything, so it's really comfortable handles on the bottom, okay? That's a grip pad. It's not just for show, that's an actual grip pad. That opens up as well. So that's where I keep my sandwiches. So you've got easy access to everything. This one actually came with 2 different sticks as well. But I think there was the different lengths, but that's the one I tend to use. Yeah, so these are limited to 250. When I say 250, it's not the sticks, it's the actual, this colour variant with the Sagat. There is only 250 of these in the world, and I've got one of them right here. Aren't I lucky? Okay, so as far as comfort, it's fantastic. If I'm being super critical, do you know, I remember, I think it was January, February, when I got home from work and I wanted to live stream, and my hands, I ride a motorbike. Where I used to work, it's about half an hour to 40 minutes riding my bike. So I'm riding my bike home and it's like -2 or -3 degrees. And my hands are freezing cold. But then this has just been sitting on my shelf all day in my freezing house. Of course, it's too cold because it's metal. So it takes a while to warm up. But it's really nice to play in the summer. So this is definitely my summer stick, okay? So I'll stop the video now real quick. I'll see if I can figure out, I'll plug it into a USB. And hopefully you'll see what I mean by the changing colours. It might not sound thing. I know I'm simple-minded and I get impressed by simple things. But this is impressive, right? So one sec. Right, okay, this is probably the best I can do it, alright. So you've got the side panels there. I like it. Then you've got the buttons on the top which are lit up. Then you can press the buttons to change the colours. Think this one here, you'll notice the colours might slowly change. It goes blue, how cool is that? Oh yeah, that's the one, it's changing colours. So if you want to be the coolest kid in the arcade, like me. Yeah, so a big fan of this piece of kit. Let me tell thee. Right, let's see if I can turn this little light thing back on and get back up there. There we go. Yeah, so what a nice piece of kit that is, okay? But again, Mainly talking about, I think that's got all the top of the range components in there as well, okay? But if we're talking about comfort, it's metal, so it's really, really is a heavy piece of kit. All right, it's got the handles, it's got everything you'd want. I don't think I could design a better stick myself than this, you know. It just feels, again, I don't need my pillow underneath, you know. It just feels perfect there, you know. With the other ones, mainly, that's the thing I think a lot of people don't talk about, is the grip. That just sits when you put it on your lap, it stays there. It's not going anywhere, you know. But if you've got those tiny little grip pads in the corners, I think subconsciously, or you might just be like holding it up without realizing it, if that makes sense, you know. So yeah, that's my Victrix Pro. That's my pride of my collection, that is. And alongside my Mad Catz TE2 Bambinos. So a nice shot to my crotch. Things you got to do to get the subscriber count up, isn't it? Speaking of subscribers, please consider hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. There you go. Hope Pazman90. I hope this helps you. So it's a long-winded way of saying, yes, you should buy that arcade stick, okay? From what I can tell, my limited knowledge on arcade sticks, fight sticks, death sticks, it's a very good value for money. That piece of kit there, just under £400, right? So if you're talking £110, it's a nice number, because the thing as well, we were talking about this last night, you might hate it. At first it might be a bit unusual, but because I grew up in the arcade scene, I was there, yeah, I was a Street Fighter kid and King of Fighters kid. I naturally prefer to play those games because I don't know any different. I prefer them any day with a stick compared to a control pad. Funnily enough, I'm trying to learn how to play these games now with a control pad because I don't own a headset. So on the PlayStation 5 controller, you don't need a headset, do you, to talk. So that's the only reason I'm playing with a controller. But boy, I'd much rather have a stick in my hand. But then £110, getting back to my point, if it's really not for you, you haven't broken the bank. It's not like it's not going to ruin your life. Do you know what I mean? It's not a complete waste of money, and you can probably sell it for around about that price anyway. But I think, yeah, definitely is worth it. Okay, sorry, I've rambled long enough. Yeah, so thank you very much anyone that's watched till the end of the video. What should we say today? So I got Jurassic Park hat on. Say I like your Godzilla hat. I'm going to watch Godzilla later on today, actually. Yeah, baby. Godzilla -1. Yeah, so do me a favour. Say in the comments. First of all, thanks to anyone that's watched this video all the way through. And say in the comments, I really like your Godzilla hat. So if anyone else sees your comment and hasn't watched all the way through, they'll be saying, it's Jurassic Park, not Godzilla, silly. And it's just about having a laugh. We haven't caught anyone out yet, but I just want to have a bit of banter in the comment section, you know. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Have a great Saturday. Love you, bye.